Welcome to What's the Deal with Sam? Starring Sam Lilly. Join Sam as he discusses a wide variety of topics.
Batman.
Now let's start the show.
Thank you. What's the deal with the Wii U? It's like a myth with the ground. Like, this is basically a reaction, I guess, more or less, to the Nintendo Direct from April 12th, 2017. Just for a frame of reference for however long this video is up, so you guys know what the fuck I'm talking about. But it feels like Nintendo is kind of giving up on the Wii U. And people have been saying for a while, like, oh, Nintendo doesn't care about that. And, like, I kind of defended them. I was like, no, I mean, like, they're still putting stuff out. And it's like, they're not going to just abandon it once the Switch is out. They're going to keep releasing stuff for another year, maybe two, before you really see a stop to this. But already, it seems like, aside from, there's, like, a very small trickle of Virtual Console games and a few indie games happening still. And that's about it. Nintendo put out Breath of the Wild, and they're like, we're fucking done, we're out. They threw it at people, threw it at the Wii U owners, because they promised it, so they couldn't just not put it out there, even though I'm sure if they never promised it, they maybe would have. I wouldn't be surprised at this point. They threw it at people, and then after they beat the game, they're like, okay, where's the next thing that's coming out for the Wii U? And they looked around, it's like, where did Nintendo go? Where are you? Hello? And they found a little note that was, in the back of the box, and it was like, fuck you, we're done. And I was like, oh, man. So, I don't know. But basically, within the Direct, it starts off with, okay, we're going to do this quick rapid-fire thing of telling you about all of these new 3DS games that are coming out. 3DS games. The 3DS, which is a system that is older than the Wii U, mind you. And, yeah, I mean, they're like, oh, well, the Switch is a console, and it's replacing the Wii U console. But then everybody got all... Even in the speculative stage, everyone's like, oh, it's going to be a console and a handheld hybrid. It's a console and a handheld. A handheld. So, it's also the new handheld, which means that if the console part makes the Wii U irrelevant, so does the handheld part to the 3DS. You motherfucks! I didn't forget that you said that, and I'm not letting you forget it! Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you! And it's like, why should this still be a thing then? Like, why do they get 5 million fucking games, right? Oh, they're probably just saving it. They're gonna announce something for it, right? Then they go into this stuff for the Switch. All right. So now we're gonna talk about the new Switch games. I get it. That's the hot new item. I'm actually gonna go into some depth on a few of those games. Like ARMS and Splatoon 2. All right. I mean, I get that. And looks like there's some neat stuff coming out for that. Some of those look pretty interesting. I get it. Cool. And then there was only one little mention of the Wii U, which is a Splatoon tournament, basically an advertisement for Splatoon 2. So you can play that on there since there's no actual Splatoon 2 out or whatever, so they can't do that. And that's really the only thing they said about the Wii U at all. No new game, no new game from Nintendo, even though they were putting stuff out on fucking 3DS, and there's no new indie games they're announcing on there or anything. Nothing. And why? I mean, is there actually nothing? And if not, why didn't you guys make something for it? Why didn't you throw Wii U owners a fucking bone? Because again, the Switch is both the new console and handheld. It should be replacing both or neither. You can't just pick one or the other without being a hypocritical piece of fucking shit. And that's basically what Nintendo decided to do, apparently. I mean, one game. Is that too much to ask? One fucking game? It doesn't have to be something big, something crazy. It doesn't have to be first-party shit. It can be somebody else's thing if you want to throw on there. Just, put a little plug on there, because there are people who own the Wii U and like the Wii U. It's not like it didn't sell any fucking units. People have it. Fuck. It was big enough to put Breath of the Wild on, but any other announcement for any other shit? Nah, fuck that. We're done. We're fucking done! And I just think it's stupid because, okay, sure, fine. 3DS sold a lot more copies, whatever. A lot more units were sold for that. Did a lot better. People liked it more. I understand. But it's just the principle. If you're going to just totally stop giving a shit about putting new things and generating hype and doing all this for the Wii U, why should the same not extend to 3DS? Or why should not the actual support, preferably the actual support, be extended to the Wii U as well? And it's sad. It's sad that is a thing that's just, and maybe they're planning it. Maybe they're planning. Maybe they're going to do more on it later, and they just didn't happen to have anything for this particular announcement. With the amount of 3DS and Switch stuff announced, Switch stuff, obviously, they need that. But for the amount of 3DS stuff announced, why not at least announce something more for the Wii U then? Anything. Even if it's just shit that came out, a little while ago. During the past week or some shit. Hey, these games are up on Wii U now. Just say it. What the fuck? Say it. The Wii U still exists. People still care about it. Believe it or not, it is a thing that exists that people give a shit about, such as I. And it's just frustrating. I have a 3DS, okay? I don't have a Switch, whatever. I have a 3DS, I'm happy stuff still coming to the 3DS, but I also have a Wii U, and even if I didn't, I would feel really fucking, just sad that that's what happened. Fuck! So I don't know, what's the deal with the Wii U? We hardly knew you.
What's the deal with Sam? What's the deal with Sam? What's the deal with Sam? What's the deal